Hello guys, welcome to Goshen City. In this message, Rev Sam Oye preached about what every woman should know about money and submission. This message addresses one of the most sensitive issues in marriage, which is money and submission. Many women struggle with questions about financial responsibilities, respect, partnership, and biblical balances in marriage. This message brings clarity, wisdom, and other practical guidance for every woman. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this video. Stay tuned as we dive into.
My number 3 here said, my parents are strongly against my relationship because my fiancé is not yet wealthy. Also not from my ethnic tribe and from an average background. They expect a very expensive wedding, I think 30 million, while we plan for something modest, 3 million max. I am convinced I heard God before entering this relationship. How should we navigate this situation wisely and biblically?
One of the things that I didn't know I was going to have this question today. One of the things the Lord said to me this morning is that marriage is where the fruit of the Spirit and the character of prayer will be tested. And the Lord said something that shocked me. And the Lord said to me, he said, the moment you hear either me as a pastor, a man of God, any man of God, the moment you hear we get to a point whereby because my wife is a little bit temperamental, because my wife sometimes misbehave, we're not talking about the fact that my wife committed adultery. She misbehaved. And even if it is adultery, we're not talking about repeated unrepentant adultery, because the best of us can do the worst of things.
Yes, sir.
All right, errors of judgment can lead to that. But then we're talking about the fact that I had to divorce my wife because she's angry, she misbehaves, and all that kind of stuff. One of the things the Lord said to me today is the fact that your wife's attitude, as bad as that is, also comes to reveal the presence or the absence of the fruit of the Spirit in you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because how do you say you have long suffering when you have not suffered with anybody long? How do you say you have patience? How do you say you have love? How do you say you have all of this fruit of the Spirit when nothing has tested it? It's one thing to say I have this, but the question is, has it been tested? And it is the test that reveals the strength of the substance. So, and then I look at our own relationship with my wife, and I must tell you the truth. We are not married today because we are Pastor Sam and Pastor Mary. We are married today, 23, 24 years ago and thereabout. We're married because we allow the fruit of the Spirit to find expression. Amen. It's not easy to marry an Egba man.
Sure. Clock it, clock it, clock it.
It's not easy to marry an Egba man and then to now talk about the fact that you're married to a cerebral person who is phlegmatic by tendency. I'm very calculative. And then my training helps me to profile you from afar. So you're living with a man whose head is working all the time. Every action is tested. Every move you make, I'm trying to read meaning to it. And my wife is the type that whatever step she takes doesn't have meaning. So if my wife just look at you and just say bros, now as an Egba man who values respect, and as a phlegmatic man who is very thoughtful, I'm like, what do you mean? Who are you calling bros?
Bros.
So when you deal with a woman who is alpha female, independent from when she was very small, and then you're also dealing with a woman who is action oriented, when you deal with that driver, the woman who likes to do versus a man who likes to think, We are diametrically opposed. We are in different quadrants. First, she is in the expressive quadrant. She's outgoing. She's extrovertish. I am introvertish. So we're almost like up and down. But the only reason why we are together today is because the fruit of the Spirit prevails over our own feelings. So I want to say that when we come to the issue of marriage, which was a question that the person asked, and I want to answer that directly. You want to marry a man, your parents are opposed to it. The most important thing is that you are convinced that this is the man that I want to marry. She is convinced. The two of you are convinced. The only differentials here is that your parents want an expensive wedding, and then you can't afford that. Number one, begin to pray, because again, this will test your ability to pray and wait. Pray and trust God to communicate to their hearts. Number two, reach out to them and let your parents know that dad and mom, we would love to have an expensive wedding, but for now, but we promise you in the future we will do something bigger. So again, communication, ability to communicate with your parents matters. Pray about it, communicate effectively to them. If they still remain obstinate, then the next thing you want to do is to look for someone they respect, and then channel your concerns through someone they respect, like their pastor, an uncle, or somebody that can talk to them so that they can allow you to do your wedding. By and large, the most important thing to take note of is that little resistance is also to test your stamina in the place of prayer. Two, it is also to test the fruit of patience. All right? Don't make any radical move. Don't say, I don't give a damn, I'm going to get married, I don't care how they feel. Don't do that, because again, you have just failed a major test. All right? Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a good place to clap. Papa, the next question is a little story, and the person said, is who takes care of who in the family? So this is a story. At the end of every month, whenever I have money, my husband asks me to bring the money to him. My husband collects the money, and he said it's all about submission. Two, he buys things for himself and our baby girl. He doesn't buy for me. Papa, I am tired. I'm trying to submit. Do you collect money from? No, now Papa, no, they collect mama money now. They give mama now. Do you collect from mama, or where this person for learner? This person they vex her.
All right, let's take a look at it. I think the word submission has been grossly misunderstood. The word submission has been grossly misunderstood. The word submission simply means that whatever it is you want to do, particularly for a woman, if you choose to be married, never forget that there are three stages of existence. One, dependent stage, where you were dependent on your parents for decisions, for sustenance and all protection and all of that. Then you move later from your teenage years into your adolescent years. You move into independent stage. This is where you choose to make your choices, decisions. You go where you want to go. You choose your university and all of that. Independent stage. Now, many of us feel like independence is the highest state of existence. But from the way you look at the human body, you get to realize that independence is not the highest form of existence. The human body communicates interdependence. Yes, is that okay? And in interdependence, you see what we call submission. It is as you see the way the body functions, you find the leg not overruling the head. And then you find the heart not overruling the lungs. In marriage, what the Bible requires, that a woman who is coming, because please take note as women, the Bible, I know they don't teach that anymore. The Bible says the woman was made for the man and not the man for the woman. So it's important for you to know as a woman that when God looked at the man, please remember this. You were created with reference to a man. Let us now make man. That's the first thing. Then the second thing, I'm going to make a woman suitable to the man's needs. So the reference point for the woman's making was the man. Are you getting what I'm saying here? Yes, and so when I made the woman, I brought her, I made her, she came as an independent person. But the moment you come into the house of the man has a mission I have given to him. You also have a mission, but when you come into the house of the man, you don't pursue your mission and ignore his mission. What happens is that you bring your mission under his mission. Is that okay? Everything now you want, that's why we need to teach it, so we don't have conflict in marriage. That if you choose marriage, you are choosing to bring your mission under the mission of another man. Is that okay? It's like submitting something to something. It is the more reason why if you want to marry a man, the first thing you want to ask is to know about his mission, in order to determine whether your mission can survive under this kind of a mission. I hope you don't go and put a truck under a Ferrari. I hope you're not trying to peer up. Here you are a Lamborghini that moves at 180 kilometers per hour, and you go to peer a Lamborghini with a truck that moves at 56 kilometers per hour. There's going to be a problem. One person will slow down for the other, or the other person will get angry and walk away from the other, which is what happens today. If you don't fit in, don't force it. But you see, have you noticed that when we are talking about marriage, we don't consider our mission, we consider our emotions. Anytime I see my heart. By the time you are done with my heart, oh my God, look at her eyes. Her eyes are like dove. Look at his teeth. It's like this. Look at his height. It's like, so we look at all those externalities. So as a man, I marry Mary, she's dark, she's Delta girl, she has white dentition and all of that. Now I have married dentition, I have married Delta black, I have married, Lord have mercy now, I've married everything.
Lord have mercy.
I'm trying to be sacred here, I'm telling you.
Glory to God.
But you all know what we talk about. For instance, the men, oh my God, look at her backside. And then so you marry the backside like you're going backward. You know, so all these things that we you know, she has big boobs, she has all the stuff. So you marry all of that. Now you've married boobs, you've married butts, you've married that into your house, only for us now to start talking about important issues of life, which is my mission. And the woman is saying, sorry, please, so you know, my life is, I'm not into all this kind of stuff. And you're like, what do you mean by that? I am the head of this house. Hello, sir, that's what you should have decided before you get married. But you know what? You put boobs, you put butts before you put mission. Whereas mission is supposed to be what decides the relationship.
Yes, sir.
So when men are even saying she needs to be submitted, submission, the question is, sub to what mission? Hello, sir, you're talking about submission. Do you even know what you're asking for? Sorry, if you're talking about respect, sir, try to tell your wife you need respect. And if you say you need it, sir, earn it.
Earn it.
Okay? And then two, if you want honor, make sure you carry yourself in such a way that commands honor.
Yes, sir.
It's very important. But if you're talking about submission, the question is, Where is the mission? Did you present the mission at the beginning of the relationship? Did you tell her where you're going to? Did she agree to submit her mission to yours? We are not saying lose your mission. When we are telling women to submit, when we're talking about submission, we are not talking about elimination. We're not saying get rid of your mission. We're just simply saying, listen, two of us, okay, let's look at practical example. Mary had a mission to have a big catering outfit. She trained as a caterer, all right? I am trained as a preacher, pastor, speaker. The moment we got married, I said, what is your vision? Before we even got married, we talk about that. What is your vision? What is my vision? What is my mission? What is your mission? The moment we got married, we said, okay, wait. We're already in the marriage right now. How are we going to pursue our mission, our mission? And she said to me, she said, look, we are broke. We are just starting our marriage. She said, how can we carry small money that we have that is not enough? How are we going to take that money I want to invest into my catering outfit? How are we going to take a little portion and put into the ministry? So she said, you know what we're going to do? Can we focus on yours? I'm your wife.
Submission.
She said, can we focus? Are you getting what we're saying now? Submission. Can we focus on yours for now? Let's build up yours. As yours finds expression, mine will find expression. How old was she when she realized that? She was a very young girl. Has she lost anything today? Nothing. Guess what? Those who were doing catering, as at the time when she chose submission, those who were doing catering at a higher level that she looked up to, today the story has changed. God's way works.
It works.
If we do it God's way, we get God's result. Now, if I am a working class woman and my husband is whatever he does that mean I'm going to give up my job? No. Submission means integration.
Yes, sir.
And it comes from the place of conversation, communication. How am I going to make sure now that this thing I'm doing does not affect our marriage but enhances it? Did you get what I'm talking about?
Yes,
now?
sir.
Even if you're a traveling woman, you're a minister of the gospel, you travel before you got married, there must be a conversation around submission. How am I going to now do it in such a way that my ministry, my business is integrated with yours such that it also amplifies yours? These are the conversations that we should be having. So submission is not subjugation.
Yes, sir.
It's not suppression. It is not dehumanizing anybody. It's not demeaning a person. It is not acting in a contemptuous or critical manner to the woman in your life. That is not the submission the Bible is referring to. So I want to say to every one of us here, particularly the woman who has asked the question here, your husband, she makes money, and the husband will tell her to come and drop the money at the apostle's feet. So my question is, what does the apostle do?
What does he do?
And ma'am, you were asking if I take money from Pastor Mary Oye. Pastor Mary Oye is here. By the mercies of God, I have learned what it means to be a responsible man from the beginning of our marriage.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me carefully. It is my responsibility to provide for my house. Call it traditional. It is my responsibility to provide for my family. And when a man accepts that responsibility, God makes available resources.
Yes, sir.
Do I have everything Mary Oye needs? No. I mean, do I have all she wants? No. But I provide all she needs.
Yes, sir.
She needs shelter, she needs food, she needs protection, she needs to make sure that I don't expose her to anybody, not in my family or externals, to insult. You will not insult my wife. You can insult me, you can demean me, you can look down on me, but don't take a fight to my wife.
Not my wife.
Cross my line, cross There are few lines you don't cross. Don't cross my wife's line. You're not going to have a good part of me. Don't mess up with my children. You're not going to have a good part of me. Don't spread your hands in the direction of my mother. You will see the other side of me. So there are things I am protective of. I am protective of my mother from my wife. I will not have my wife dishonor my mother.
Yes, sir.
She has never done that. I will not take it from my wife to dishonor my mother. That I'm married to you, you are my wife, and that is who you are. You are my wife. You are not my mother. So you must learn to know where your boundaries stop. And my mother is my mother. She's not my wife. So my mother cannot go beyond mother boundary and begin to erode that boundary into wife boundary. My mother will not, my mother is here, my mother will not dishonor my wife in my presence. It is unacceptable. It can't happen that I'm seated and my mother will dishonor my wife. It doesn't happen. I have my younger sister, she's in this church. My wife will my sister will never dishonor my wife in my presence. It's unacceptable. If you have issues, present them in a calm mind. Tell me what my wife did that you don't like. But you will not, because you are my sister, dishonor my wife. The same thing, my children don't cross their boundaries. They see how I honor their mother. Again, children will insult mother when they see father dishonor mother.
Yes, sir.
So I think it's about creating boundaries. As a man, your wife earning salary and you compel her to come and drop the money at your feet, first you have lost your respect.
Yes, sir.
One of the most beautiful things a woman should do is come to a point where, out of honor for you, she come and say, sweetheart, look at how much God has blessed me with this month. And I noticed that we have this project. Listen, when you are open with a woman and when you are honest with a woman, yes, there's nothing also a woman will not do for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm a signatory to Mary Oye's account. She does her business. Then sometimes I smell what is coming out from that account, and it's a lot, you know. But you know what? I have never taken my time, sir. I've never taken my time to go into that account to look at what is there. Number two, I have never sent to her, please, can you use that money to take care of the family? My job is to provide the budget for caring for the family, drop money for my wife, for the family, and to also make sure that I appreciate her with money she must never spend for the family but for herself. It may not be billions, but whatever I have, I give. In the days of 1,000, I give 1,000. The day of 2, the day it became 3, the day it became 5, the day it became anything. But the most important thing is I must give something. And I give a strong instruction. This one is not for family. This one is for you. And then there are things I do personally. That one she has refused to take it from me. I shop. God.
My God. I swear, Papa. Sorry, sir.
Are you sympathizing?
I'm with you.
Okay, so I still do. I don't know why, but I still shop for underwears.
God, the Holy Papa.
Yeah. And, listen, this is how my wife will talk. She'll say, enter Victoria's Secret, buy what you want to see.
Papa.
That's how she talk. She say, enter there, go and buy what. So you see all these white girls, when they see me at Victoria's Secret, they're like, oh my God, look at this black kid, you know. And then when I get into Victoria's Secret, those of you that have been to Victoria's Secret and Summers and the rest of that, you know, they have the inner part of it where they keep the sacred weapons of warfare.
You go there, sir?
That's how can I enter the outer court? He's asking if I go there, where I should be at the outer court. You go to the Holy of Holies. So the point we're making is that husbands, take on your responsibilities. You know what I want to say, sir? If you accept the responsibility to provide at the level at which you can, let your wife do what she's called to do, which is to support as a helper. Her job is to support, not to carry you. The moment a woman begins to carry you, she damages you. Let her help you. Don't let her carry you.
This is a good place to clap. If you're not in Transforming Church this morning, you're wrong. Papa is hot this morning. And Papa, we should look at you face to face and say, we're proud of you. If you look at Mama, her shoulder is high up there. Security, 100%. I remember some years ago, you stood there at that corner, and you look at us in the church and said, I don't need anything from my wife. And you said, if she brings something, I say, keep it. Somebody say, Papa, thank you. We love you, sir.